negativity about the effort.
What is up, people? This is Tim and Kai here, Fulham and beyond. It has happened. We are down, relegated from the Premier League. 3 games to go. Sitting here with Mr. Optimism himself. Need to break down the Burnley result. I mean, we'll do a video at the end of the season, which will be a reflection of the whole season. Yeah. I think for this video, we're just going to focus on the Burnley game. Of course, we are relegated, so it does have an extra bit of spice to it. But first of all, your thoughts on the relegation, man? It was coming for a while,
wasn't it? On the relegation, my thoughts are... Even if I always hope that we can still do it, like since months, it's a bit of a shock. But after the performance yesterday, it's more disappointed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go down, you can lose, but in a different manner, in my opinion. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I don't want to... whose fault is it? Scott Parker's fault, Tony Khan's fault, the player's fault? I can't even say I blame Scott Parker because I backed him always. Many will disagree. Yeah, I get that, and I understand the reasons for that as well. Yeah, but I always saw some improvement and that he identified himself with the club and tried to get the best out of the players. And I think that that he was like a player's coach a bit as well because they always spoke very highly from him. Of course, players does it like kind of always, but it's the how they do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I think he could reach the players still, even after the losses or after the relegation battle since the beginning of the season actually. And even with the lone players, I think he could get. He done a good job to get them involved and to feel part of the team. Yeah.
Yeah. Big up Scott for that.
It was what it looks like for me from the outside. Yeah. Blame the players. Yeah, yesterday I have to blame the players, to be honest.
To be honest, I won't say from start to finish. I say the first half especially, it was shocking, man. When you're on the your life is literally on the line for Premier League survival, and you come out flat. It was flat. It was passive. It was slow, predictable. It was poor, man. It was really poor.
Look scared.
Yeah,
that is the worst thing. I get that, because your season is on the line. Of course, many say maybe it was like a few weeks ago, or maybe even the equalizer against Arsenal was the one what gave us the rest, because otherwise we're still in the battle with the same results. You know what I mean? Or the last minute goal from Wolves, for example. Just little examples. Yeah, maybe that was the thing where the people mentality couldn't hold it anymore.
You could see Lamina and stuff after the Wolves game.
This was the mentality thing. Yeah, Wolves game, other games, this late punishment was the mentality thing. That's why I think we lost this game today as well. If this doesn't happen yesterday, even with the same amount of points behind, the game would be different maybe. You know what I mean? Because just from the mentality wise. And in the first half, I couldn't see fight.
Yeah.
I couldn't see passion. I couldn't see over-motivated from some points. Like a lot of unnecessary fouls, in my opinion. Complaints. Don't complain. Play football. It's the last game of the season, basically.
Yeah. Win or bust, man.
Don't talk with the fucking referee. Or go for it. Do many fouls if you want, but take it and leave it. Nothing to talk about then, because you need the goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we didn't do enough, and we were a little bit scared. I get it. You don't want to concede because then it's done, but it happened anyway.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's
what I wanted to see. Is that's why go for it, like all in now, because it's no even if you concede, go for 2 goals then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you shoot 1 goal, normally, when you shoot 1 goal in the first half, what you do? Sit back? No, you go anyway for the second goal. So if you concede 1, so what? You go the same style all the way. If you lose 3-0, but then everybody can see
we tried it.
They pushed everything on the pitch. Of course, when you push like this, your opening in the back can happen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Burnley apparently is a team that punished it. But in the last couple of weeks, Wood is outstanding. After his injury, and they just have exact the qualities they need. Long balls, and go for it.
We were playing right into their hands first half as well. Yeah. Like we were just putting balls. I know you said like put balls in the box, but the balls we were putting in the box were shocking.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. It was just a poor, lazy kick, and Tarkowski and me were just heading it away for fun, man.
The thing is, as you see, that you got like 5, 6, 7 like high crosses inside, and Mitrovic couldn't reach it, or whoever else was there. It was not possible to make something on it. Do a different kind of cross.
Yeah.
Mid-high or flat. Just to create some danger in the box. Yeah? To get like, that the ball goes like a pinball, like from left to right, whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to put it sharp in the box. You know what I mean? When you see the high balls are not working. Of course, when you have Vito there, you always go maybe for the high ball because, you can do something about it. But when it's not working, you need to do something different. And shoot to the fucking goal.
I know.
Anguissa did it.
Anguissa
The first
tried.
half, the first one, the only one in the first half. I think. Like from distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest, and I couldn't see the fire. That was missing. I don't blame the players that we get relegated. In my opinion, of course, you can play they don't score goals, they concede too much goals. Yeah, you can blame whatever you want. I know many Fulham fans love that to point out different players. Yeah, but I don't do that. But yesterday, I blame the attitude on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's what I blame the players for. There's nothing to do with Scott Parker. Even if I hate him or if I love him, it doesn't matter. He can't put the attitude in the players.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what tactical advice or approach he's doing with them or whatsoever. It doesn't matter what kind of quality your players are. You can have the best qualities. If the attitude is shit, you will not win games.
That's true.
And our attitude yesterday was shit.
Yeah. It was disgraceful, to be honest. Like, I remember you, telling me halfway through the game, I want to turn this off now.
Yeah.
Because it was that bad.
Not because we were trailing.
Yeah.
It's just because of the attitude, how they're going to...
It's like they didn't care.
I don't even say they do it on purpose. I wouldn't say, not on purpose, of course not, but you have to realize something, It's so much on the line. It's not about that we get relegated, because eventually that was unavoidable anyway. Yeah? And maybe we even when you see the season, we didn't even deserve it to stay there. Yeah, I get that. But as long as you got still the chance, do it for the fans. Even the hope will kill them, maybe, but do it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they have they really care about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was flat.
And that was missing yesterday. And this I didn't see all season.
Yeah.
Like the first half.
We've been fighting a lot, in the season. When you think of the good away performances we've had, and close games where we've just missed out, the fight has always been there.
Yeah.
And yesterday it was just non-existent.
After the 1-0, before was a scrappy game anyway, long balls all the time. Yeah,
the first goal, bang.
Yeah.
And the mentality gone,
Done.
players gave up,
Yeah.
and it was acceptance.
The referee could blow the whistle, go to change whatsoever, because nothing gonna happen here.
Yeah. I know you wanted a really attacking lineup. You wanted, what did you go, 4-2-3?
Yeah, I got the 4-1-3-2 actually.
Yeah, and Parker stuck with the 4-5-1. He didn't change anything.
But I liked that better than the 5 in the back at that point.
Yeah, and Tate came in, like you said, so we had Areola still in goal. Tate, Anderson, Tosin and Robinson back four. Anguissa and Lamina holding. And then Cavallero, Bobby Reed, Lukman, Mitrovic. It's pretty much the same team like we've seen for the last 4 or 5 games. No two strikers. Mitrovic was isolated. It was just very similar to, like I say, the last few weeks that we just... Well, the whole season really struggling to put balls in the box for our strikers to score. It was, like Parker said at the end of the game, it was our season summed up. Except for the lack of fight. I would say normally there's a bit more fight. But the way the game panned out, a bit of quality in the midfield, good passing, like Anguissa was good on the ball, Lamina was passing it left and right, Cavallero, Lukman, pace and trickery, but the final product and defensive lapses, of course, that's me. It was bang on from Parker actually at the end.
What I don't understand, I have a little point what I want to criticize. Of course, when I criticize the lineup, I automatically criticize Parker, but it's I don't understand it. Because you have a central midfielder on the bench, an offensive central midfielder in Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah.
Why don't go with it? Because Burnley is clearly Cavallero, Bobby Reed, Lookman, fast players, yeah? But against Burnley, you don't need that. I don't say you don't need that, but it doesn't matter how Burnley play. Burnley play always the same. It doesn't matter if they play Manchester City, it doesn't matter if they play West Brom, it doesn't matter if they play the Wolves, it doesn't matter if they're trailing or leading. They always play the same successful game style. For them. Successful for them. For this kind of club, in my opinion, yeah?
Yeah.
And even they can finish 10th even after when everything is done in Sweden. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't get why Loftus-Cheek was on the bench. Because you have it here. You have this player.
He hasn't done much this season though, has he? Though,
because
Bobby
Reed needs space in front of it to take advantage of his pace. Yeah? Lookman, of course, on the wings is a different thing because it's not so crowded like in the middle. Yeah? But you could see Bobby Reed was on the right side always. Cavallero was somewhere, I don't know. We basically hadn't any central offensive midfielder, yeah? And I just wanted to go with the 2 strikers just to give Mito support so they can play with each other as well. When Mito gets maybe a flat pass in the box, yeah? But he knows maybe he can't reach the goal now. Much as maybe. You know what I mean? But this happened like 3 or 4 times, and nobody was there. Like flat pass, yeah, that's it. You know, that is. But of course, anyway, you can't pick the right lineup because it's a game. Everything's on the line. Everybody's a little bit nervous, maybe. Yeah. You don't want to concede, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter if you concede, because this game you just have to fire up.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And like I said, it doesn't matter if you concede the first goal. Sorry, which we did, but then we didn't even try to fight back, man. And then we conceded the second. The first goal, we touched on that. Anderson, poor, gets beaten way too easily on the byline, cuts it back, and it's not even like a strong finish into the net. He like passes it and like rolls across the line.
The problem is, why is nobody in the half field on the other side? There's nobody. Nobody was there. Why not? There was no left back.
Yeah, it was abysmal.
No defensive midfielder. Like the whole pitch, our own half was free basically. There was Anderson only and Tozen.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that they can't get back fast enough, in my opinion.
And the second goal was a banger. Big up Chris Wood, by the way, but what a fucking banger that was.
But still, it's a long ball on top.
Long ball, and when it comes into Wood first, he tries a little back heel, and Tozen tries to, get rid of it, but he mistimes the interception, and then it comes back to Wood. He just loses the runner, though. Tozen tries to flick it, and Wood just runs, and he just loses him completely. It comes back to Wood, it's top corner, 2-0, relegation. Just like that, man.
Yeah, but you have to defend more smart.
Yeah, but he's inexperienced, he's a young defender.
And you don't even have to tackle or something. Just stand there. Just make the room, how you say it, close the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Close
you don't have to
man.
tackle him or whatsoever. Or push him to the side a little bit. You know what I mean?
A free shot on goal in the D. A free shot. No one around him. I mean, it's just
like it's a dagger then.
Yeah. That's the killer. Like 2-0, then it's done. That's what you mean, because you have this hope, like even you're 1-0 down, like, okay, the game's been scrappy, but now we're going to really push and try. But it was just dead, man. So disappointing. I'm so gutted with that.
You could see, that's why Marcha came on in the 50s, I think.
50.
Quite early. It's good, but nothing happened, actually.
Why not make it a half-time, though? Why wait 5-10 minutes when you know you're 2-0 down?
Yeah, they want to, I get that. From coach standpoint, you want to see how you can get back in the game with the same lineup. Maybe something happened. You know what I mean? Or no, we push on 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. You know what can happen, but it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to see much in the first half, because our crossings was not weren't any good in the first half, but better than in the second half. Because second half was really just, I think there was a phase like 10 minutes where where it looked like we want something there.
Yeah, the last 20 minutes we tried something.
Yeah, but it was not enough. And too late.
Too late, man.
Too late.
Quality
the thing is, it looks like they didn't want to sacrifice something too early. But first of all, in the first, do you have anything to sacrifice anyway? What do you want to sacrifice? Your relegation place? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Harrison Reed was a big miss in the midfield, man.
Yeah, that's as well. But he's injured as well.
Yeah,
no?
but he's the kind of player who would fight,
Yeah.
Like, Anguissa is the kind of player who, like, he flashes to deceive, He looks like he's not fighting because it's like a Pogba style, He kind of like floats around and doesn't really. He's that kind of player. Lamina, like, lone player. I mean, to be fair, like, the loans have done well for us this season, but obviously we'll reflect about it in the end of season video. But the thing I noticed about this lineup, and I think the last one, or the second to last one, we had 7 loans in the lineup. This time we went for 4. Do you reckon that was like, what was it? Lookman, Lamina, Anderson, and Areola. Do you reckon he went for that, like, to put as many home Fulham players in to try and keep us up?
So.
Or was it just tactical?
Tactical.
Yeah, because Maja, Aina, all on the bench.
When a coach puts it should be supposed to be like this. When a coach puts the tables, he don't check their contract first.
Yeah.
What kind of contract they have? Loan players, academy players, or I don't know.
But like Loftus-Cheek, for example, he should start, but maybe because...
No, I don't think so.
No.
Because even Loftus-Cheek didn't... I don't know how he said.
Not set the world alight. He's got 1 goal this season.
Yeah, and anyway, he was not so good as we expected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he came from a lot of injuries, from a long injury.
Big disappointment, though.
Yeah.
Has to be said.
But he's a player. I think he tried, but it was not good enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You could see he tried because he wanted to prove himself as well, because he wanted to contract as Chelsea. Yeah, I know it's not the best way to do, because we normally shouldn't give players from other clubs playing time so they can play good for their current club.
Especially Chelsea. I think that's why Fulham fans got a bit upset.
Yeah, I know, but I think he's the type of guy, because he wants to show him to Chelsea, I want to be there, or I belong there. So that's why I think he tried. Yeah, and he could, in games like this, international experience as well. Yeah, for England.
Yeah, World Cup
Champions League.
experience, mate.
Yeah, and then it had in games like this. You know what I mean? Because in games like this, you need experience. This is a mentality thing, a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we are down 2-0 loss to Burnley. I want to ask you, Parker. I know you're a big fan of Parker. So am I.
Yeah.
But there will obviously be discussion because we have been relegated at the end. We have. At the moment, we're the Premier League record lowest home scorers in history with 9 home goals. The lowest ever is 10 by Huddersfield Town when they got relegated a few years back. So we have one more home game against Newcastle, but we could finish and get relegated as the lowest home scoring team in Premier League history. It's pretty embarrassing. 7 defeats in the last 8 games, with 1 being a draw at Arsenal. Parker's under pressure for you, man? Like, I would understand why people would say so.
No, I totally understand. Even... Yeah, you can always play the players with the attitude, but the coach is responsible for the team. It is like what it is, yeah? Even I like him, but I get that he has to be under pressure. You can't be not under pressure when you get relegated. It's not possible. It doesn't mean that I don't want him there. You know what I mean? But of course he's under pressure.
Yeah.
To be honest, and if he's smart, he's leaving by his own, maybe even. Yeah, because I think his tactical approach and his mindset and his ability to coach, he can be a very great coach. Not only a good coach or a good championship coach, he will be someday a decent Premier League coach or a great one even. You know what I mean?
He looked broken at the end of that game, man.
Yeah.
It was just like...
No, and that's why I hope that he will stay, because I think we have a good chance to... But he said it in the interview as well, they need to make the big decisions at the board, because it's no point with the loan players. You can have 1 or 2. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Regardless if we went down or stayed up, we would have had a whole different squad again anyway. You know what I mean? Because 7, 8 loan players.
Yeah, so you need
Ridiculous.
to try to convince the players to want to play for Fulham. That is what Fulham need.
Yeah.
If that takes that you have to play 2 or 3 seasons in the championship, I take it.
To get an identity.
To develop, to get an identity, to develop something. Yeah. But do it. Not always like 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. You start every year from scratch. You know what I mean? See it on the lineup at the beginning and now. You know what I mean? That's why they need to do decisions. When they want to keep Pata, fine. When they don't want to keep Pata, fine as well, but it's not the solution. They need to develop players, or need to, I don't know, do something that we can be a proper championship side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And afterwards, when we're good enough, a proper Premier League side.
Yeah.
On paper, Burnley is not better than us.
No.
Or the Wolves.
Yeah. Well, maybe now because we've got the championship.
Yeah, no. Of course.
Yeah. But in
they
the Premier
deserve
League
to
terms,
stay in.
Yeah, 100%.
But on paper, not
Yeah.
Judge any performance. Yeah.
We deserve to go down, man. Let's be honest.
So, yes, I'm looking forward to what's going to be.
Yeah. Rolling on to the championship, man, next season. Luton,
away.
Peterborough. Brilliant. In the rooftop pool.
Yeah, why not?
Peterborough at the championship.
Better.
I'm going to sip on my cocktail on a Tuesday night.
5 degrees.
Yeah, maybe even
Outside.
colder, you know.
Yeah.
7:45, -2.
I mean, the pool is 5 degrees.
Yeah. Hopefully it's warmer than that, man. I'm hoping 28, 29.
Is it the roof? I don't know.
Oh, it has to be heated, surely, that pool. I mean, come on.
You never know.
Oh.
You never know with cans.
Imagine with the sunglasses and your cocktail watching Fulham vs Peterborough. I mean,
Insanity.
Jesus. Anyway, guys, that's it's not it, because we've obviously got still 3 games to go.
Yeah.
3 games to go. Hopefully, play for a bit of pride. I would like to see now. Obviously, we'll discuss it in the preview against Southampton. I want to see some younger players playing. You know, I want to see Onoma playing. I want to see these players which will be playing for us in the championship.
I get that, but I agree a bit, because there's no point to give now the youth a chance and get next 10, 11, 12 goals in the next 2 games.
No, I mean
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the loans except
especially in the last game when fans are back allowed.
Yeah, well. Before we end, actually, that's a great... Glad you reminded me, because I did want to bring that up. £40 they want to charge us for that. Are you having a fucking laugh? £40 after the season we've had, and they come out and say, oh yeah, the tickets are going to be £40. Burnley, by the way, who just beat us, they're doing it for free. They're having all their 10,000 fans, or however many, 25% of the ground,
I don't get it.
all for free. Because thanks
it's
for the
anyway
fans.
just one game. what you can see.
One game.
Why you would charge anything? Let lead the fucking fans in the fucking stadium and
£40. It shows they do not understand it, mate. What it means, like, to the fans. How can you possibly justify that? Big up Burnley, giving the free tickets, and big up Burnley for staying up. They deserve it. They deserve it. And we deserve to go down. But as I say, that's not all. Coming later this week, we've got the Southampton preview, and we'll go through and our relegation party has well and truly begun.
We do enough.
Yeah, we have a big relegation party. Stay tuned for that. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you do enjoy it, give us a thumbs up. Send us a message on Instagram if you loved Fulham going down. If you hated Fulham going down, we'd love to hear about it. Yeah. Maybe not the hate, the love part. But anyway, guys, from myself and Kai. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's me, Kai, and Tim from Fulham and Beyond. Thank you for watching our video, and if you like what you see, maybe you want to subscribe and put the notifications on so you can see more of our content, and we always appreciate a like as well.
Yeah, definitely. If you do have any topics that you'd like us to discuss as well, feel free to send us a message on Instagram or comment on our YouTube channel. We'll put the link to that Instagram in the description below. Thanks so much.
Thank you.